So if you see here that this is a business letter, there is a logo of a company. There are yeah, the address and the contact details and rest. So rest underneath, because this is a letter I think prepare in PDF or Word. So when it is printed on a letterhead, which is having this logo and the header. Sometime, sometime in the header there is a logo, and there in footer there is a contact details of a company. So it depends, varies to company how they like to prepare. So then, what comes in the white area? This is heading. The first is the heading. The second is the inside address is there. This one. This is called salutation. Dear Misters, or dear doctor, or dear something. Then sometime in this place we have a subject also. Here in this place, not in this, before salutation. Before salutation, we have a subject also. We have subject, that what is the subject of this letter of promotion. Right. So then there is a introduction. Introduction. To introduce a letter, introduce a subject, introduce why I am writing this letter, based on what I am writing this letter. Then there is a body text of the letter, this one. Use special formatting, like if you are, these are the recommendations. If you are writing a steps, then you have, instead of bullet, you use numbered format, number list. Then there is a complementary closure. There is signature block and annotations. Mostly these annotations are the part of signature. So if you see here, that these all things that I have told you in the example are listed here, and what I told you is the description. So company stationery and logo, in the example it is not shown, I show you. Heading, what are headings? Inside the address, subject line, salutation, body of the letter, complimentary close, signature block, annotations, follow-up pages. Depends that you want to include any evidence, any report. So that are follow-up pages. Follow-up pages are not on letterhead. Follow-up pages does not have the logo. Follow-up pages does not have the address or the footer. Follow-up pages are the evidences. Can be some report, can be some code document. Common business letter formats, block format, easiest, commonly used. All elements are left side, aligned. Means if this is the page, aligned on the left side. There are examples coming. Semi-block format, simple to block format, except the heading, complementary close, the signature block are on the rest is left aligned. The signature, like this signature, signature will be left aligned, right aligned. Alternative block is like this, that this header and this signature are on the right aligned, body is left aligned. Simplified format, the same as the block format, except that it omits the salutation. So what is this? This is what format. The heading and the signature is right aligned. Rest is, so which one here? Why? Because it says that, yeah, that the heading and signature block on the right side. Here the subject is there, so it comes under all elements are flushed on the left side, which is block format. Report like letters and cover letters. If you are writing report or some other standalone document, attach a cover letter to the front when you are going to send it. So this can be a cover letter, and it have that my recommendations. My recommendation are as follows. Under recommendation, I write see details in attached report. Second recommendation, see details in report 2. Third recommendation, see details in report 3. Fourth recommendation, go for or explore the details in report 4. So this will be a cover letter, and then there will be the attachments. How many attachments are there? 4 attachments. Report 1, report 2, report 3, report 4. So that cover letter will be what? Cover letter is a kind of summary. Cover letter is a kind of summary. Actually, the reports, you can send the reports directly, but if you are sending reports officially, there is a cover letter that these reports are to whom, from whom, to whom. These reports are who write or from which company. These reports are for whom, for which company, for which person. Then there will be a body in cover letter. Then there will be a body in cover letter, which is summarizing the reports, which is telling that these reports are for what. Then close, and then the reports are attached 1, 2, 3, 4. If you see here, was written for whom, and other such as identifying the details. This is cover letter for, to show for whom and identify the details. Business memoranda or memo, for communication internal in the organization, use memorandum format. Examples of such communication include calls to the employees, or the notification to the employees, like what is the status of report, or please give me the information of such and such. As you see here, na, status report. request to the employee, provide center information is asking from the employee. So then there is a memo, memorandum. So memo is like this. It is having a header, same as the cover letter. Then there is a subject description. There's problems with the AutoCAD. This is a memo inside the, so it is from, like uh, suppose we say problems with AutoCAD delay. So what comes to our mind? You see, to designer using AutoCAD. What is this QC? What is QC? Quality check. So this letter, like suppose AutoCAD designer design a new version or the first version or whichever version of AutoCAD, send to quality check. So the quality check, what they will do, they will check the AutoCAD and will send back the feedback. This feedback will be based on memo. So they will place the date and to whom. This comes under header. What is the subject? Problems with the AutoCAD. Problems with the AutoCAD. So then they come up with the whole body and they are explaining that what are the problems found by the QC testers. And then they put a signature, just only name, because internal in the company, everybody knows each other mostly. So this is a kind of memo. And you see the mechanism there, that how it follows. This is a second example. So here it is, when was the bug tabbed to the logbook? So then they put the bullets here, recommendations. What are these recommendations? Or here it is the information I have. Any question here? Important email functions. What if you email, what are the importance? What is the importance of email? So email can be saved in a file and folder. You can keep the copies of email that you send. Search email. If you have some saved emails, you can search them. You can search the title, search through email address, even search through body contents. Create and use allies and distributed list. Like suppose you have to send one email to many. So this is like this. Use a signature. If you need to include the full name, title, so you can include the signature in the email. You can use the template. There are certain templates in the what are templates? You know about the templates? I'm going to show you the. I don't know it opens or not. Suppose in WinWord, WinWord have these templates. Suppose you have to generate some business document, you just click business. And these are the, yes, designs. So these are the templates here. Templates given, you can just select any of them. Like this is for email as a newsletter. So this is the same in the email also. If you open Microsoft Outlook, if you use Microsoft Outlook, there are templates same as like this WinWord. With email, you can attach files to email like pictures, PDF, Word document, and the rest. Proofread and spell check your email. What is proofread? What is proofreading? If you have some important email, so you have to plan that how to check email. So plan how to access your email on the road. Like suppose if you don't have a internet connection, you cannot check your email. Like suppose if you have an important email to on the way to check, without connection you cannot check. So you have to pre-plan. Informality, adjust your phone tune according to the email response. Many times I told you that the words, the gesture, that how to convince the recipient. You know the recipient to whom you are sending. Suppose you are sending to your friend, you'll write easily, freely. When you are writing to CEO, you have to select important words. Brevity, email messages are normally rather short. For example, under a dozen lines, dozen, 10, under the 10, and the paragraphs are short as well. The paragraphs are not like 10 lines or 11 lines. They are mostly like 2 or 3 lines, max 4 lines, but 4 lines is also a lot. 3 lines para is in the email. Specific subject line, there is a specific subject line in important information first, that is the same as the introduction. You see if the short paragraphs and the space between, so you see there 3 or 4 lines. Highlighting and emphasis, important things you have to put on. You can make bold, you can make it the size big of the text, you can place the inverted commas. So you can include the headings, also make the list if it is required, step 1, step 2, step 3. And automatic replies, you can turn on automatic reply, you can turn off automatic reply. For what automatic reply? For what automatic reply? Anybody know what is automatic reply? When you check automatic reply and the receiver open the email, there is automatic feedback that the recipient opens the email. So this is automatic reply. Like suppose I send a email to my brother, he open, automatically I will receive an email that my brother opened my email. Like suppose WhatsApp, there is a blue double check is for receive. Blue is that the receiver read the WhatsApp, isn't it? So the same is the automatic reply in the email. So new internet media, here what should I explain? You are You guys are expert in the new internet media. What is new internet media? Forms are there, online forms where you can post your message. Any example for this? We can say Twitter. But the forms where you write blogs, and the blog is another alternative to email. Blogs are where uh, blogs you write a reply to previous one. Blog, mostly blog is inside the company. Mostly blogs, first of all, we have to use inside the company, internal the organization. Yes. So the whoever opens the blog, they can see, oh, this discussion is going on currently. This is the hot discussion. So mostly they are in between the company. Like suppose um, I have to, I want to know what's going on in cybersecurity these days. So what I will do, I will open a blog related to cybersecurity. I will open a blog related to cybersecurity, and there will be a topics, and I click the topic to go more specific inside the cybersecurity. And I can see what the replies are going on, what the discussion is going on. So these are mostly the blogs. So blogs are likely your office in a corporation, government agencies, or college, but they are mostly now online also available. But they are public. They can be, we can say, public blogs can read, public and private. So private is in between the organization and government and those. So as we are using the Zoom here, this is a new media. We can share the screen, we can share document. So these are screen sharing softwares. I don't go into the details. We have example and we know each and everything. Meeting attendees can display the, you people know these all these things very in detail. Social network software. So mainly is a big example, the LinkedIn.com. You all have LinkedIn profile? Please make. I I recommend. Professionals, uh, professionals they use. Companies they use. Detailed CV. This is actually detailed CV. And on LinkedIn, mostly it's professional. It is not like you cannot place any kind of unjustified document there. It is surely it is checked. Yeah, it's not. It's so. Please, I recommend LinkedIn. From if you start now, if you start now, you will start placing all of your achievements one by one. I got this certificate. I got this medal. I got this degree. And you will take a pictures, and you will, while you are placing your status here, then you are going to submit or upload evidence, attach evidence like pictures, certificates. So writing style of business correspondence. So what are the guidelines? What are the guidelines for business correspondence? That don't assume the recipient read your subject line. So you should you should make it like do not think like when you send a correspondence, do not think that they read the subject line. You have to place an introduction. It is a kind of, it is not a redundancy, but it is a kind of because sometimes the subject is very short. Identify any situation or precedence correspondence. So you should explain the things. You should not take it for grantedly. You should not take something that, oh, the other person know already, I should write this directly. No, you should make a base. You should make a base of something, then start one by one, one by one. Don't leave anything. If you leave any detail, if you leave anything which is based on something, like suppose the third level is based on second level. If you leave a second level, there is no third level, sure. So don't leave anything which should be a kind of base of the next sentence or next explanation. Keep the paragraph short. Keep the as much as short possible and to be precise. Use headings in communications. Like I told you that if you place contents, you place headings, then the person can easily get that what it is talking about, what the things are about. So they can go directly to what is important for them. For instance, be brief, be precise. Use an interactive style. Like these days, there is a new kind of graphical CVs. Huh? Like I show you, there is a newsletter, the template of Winword. It is like attractive, interactive. So it attracts the reader. It doesn't bore the reader. So if there is some action is required, highlight it. Like these are the recommendations, 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets. Highlight it. This is the recommendation. Recommendation 1, recommendation 2. You should do this. You should do that. You should be clearly state that. It should not be like in a paragraph or in the write up. It is gone. It is like some readers are very fluently go through the reading. So it can be that there is a certain very important action and it is missed by the reader. So you should highlight it. You should make it bold. You should put these inverted commas. Thank you all. Thank you for being with me.